Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the South Park Center. I'm here with Carlotta Summers with her movie Butterflies. Let's take a look at the clip.
I don't think you remember what it was like in high school.
I remember.
No, you don't. You were popular.
Melanie, I remember it was hard.
They may come back normal.
It's because you're smart. That scares them.
I don't think that someone should be persecuted because they're smart.
Carlotta, thank you so much for being here. I can't believe all the amazing roles you did in creating this particular project. Thank you for your film.
Yeah.
It's amazing. For those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis.
Yeah, so it basically examines the psychological effects of bullying on a young girl as she goes through high school. It's based on my own real life experiences with bullying, and I just wanted to create a narrative drama based on that to kind of empower the next generation of women, of young girls out there.
I'm so happy that you did that because there's so much pressure at high school, like so much insane pressure that people go through, and it's, I believe, a lot harder on girls than it is on guys, and people can be so cruel, and I think it's so incredibly brave that you've shared this story, and now it's going to bring light to, like you say, a next generation of young girls. I think that's just a wonderful thing. When did it come? I mean, because obviously it's got some personal elements to it. When did it come for you that I want to make this film?
So I kind of already thought about it after I graduated college. I went to Stone Street Studios, and they have a program where you can write and create your own work. And I also came from the experimental theater wing at NYU. So that was also about creating your own work. So I just began working on the screenplay, which is actually a feature film screenplay, around then. And I said I wanted to do this right after college, trying to figure out, what I'm going to do with my life, how I'm going to make it in the business of acting, and I just love creating and writing as a whole. So I just started working on it, very cathartic to get it all out there. And then I realized that I didn't have enough money to pull off the feature film, because it's a lot.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and so I said I'm going to condense it, make a short film as a proof of concept, get it out there, see what happens.
I mean, I wanted more, like, not
the goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a very, your character you played so wonderfully well. It's very difficult, but it deserves. I think it deserves a platform that is recognized by everybody that goes through or may have gone through, or even people that may learn and be educated that this needs to change. We need to make, and we can make changes with this as well. Obviously taking on different roles. How was that experience for you?
For me, I'm really good at compartmentalizing, so it wasn't too bad. I was kind of in that producer mode at the very beginning, and then the writer mode, like, oh, this is the script, this is what I want to do, I want to reach out to these people, how am I going to work with these people, and then kind of gathering everyone. And Katie McLean, who's the director, was also, she was a big inspiration for me, and she was also a great mentor, and she was able to kind of help me through that as well. So yeah, and then going through that, and then kind of transitioning, I think it was the hardest, transitioning back into that actor process, because I had already lived through it and gotten over it, and then you have to go back. And then again, Katie, just kind of brought that out in me as a director. And I was just able to kind of wear many different hats and kind of switch between them at the same time.
Well, I mean, it worked wonderfully well. What I love is this whole, I don't know, when I was watching, I really felt the feelings of what it was so painful to sort of really feel your pain, and you could really feel that. And even the way you had the production design, just it was like almost closed in on your world and what your world feels like, and then beautifully poetic in the writing. It was really quite amazing. We really felt like we were really feeling the heaviness of your soul, what you were going through. Was you kind of trying to go in through a certain style, for a certain lens that was really open up to what was going on inside your mind as opposed to just kind of telling the story?
Right, yeah. So I did a lot of research actually on butterflies and metamorphosis and, what they go through in the chrysalis, and it's actually really fascinating. They're actually, when it goes through that transition, it's actually digesting itself and then recreating the molecules to recreate something new. So I kind of use that as my basis for the creation of the piece as a whole, because in high school, that's kind of what you're in this bubble. It's kind of what you're going through. You have all these different elements coming at you, puberty, all these different voices, and you're kind of going through that breaking down and transition through puberty to come out to be this person who you are today. So I kind of took from those elements in order to create the piece, and then the cast and crew also made it what it is as well. It takes a village to make a production,
right? Yeah,
as you know. Yeah,
and you had obviously a great cast and crew. Which was really, really wonderful. What was the biggest challenge you faced?
I think money and time is pretty.
Money and time.
Money and time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, as an artist, I always want to change things and make it better and make it bigger. And, there's only so much you can do with a limited budget, but that's also where the best creativity comes from, with limitations. So, I just, with more money, I could have made the feature. That was my biggest, I guess, hurdle to get over. And still trying to make the feature, so.
Well, that feature's going to be happening. I'm just putting it out there. It has to happen because it needs to be, and you're so wonderfully talented, and I think that, it definitely needs to happen, obviously. But in your opinion, in your mind, and obviously things that you've been through as well, what did you want the audience to kind of take from your film?
I wanted, especially young girls, to know that they have the right to exist in this space, especially with everything that's going on now with the Me Too movement and, just everything that's happening with female empowerment and our rights and some of our rights being taken away from us. I just want little girls, young women to know that they have the right to be here, and that they have the right to vocalize their opinions. They have the right to take the space. They are powerful, they are strong, and just to keep with your ambitions.
I love that. I think every high school should see your film as well. I really do believe that. No, fantastic. What was it like then? Because obviously, you've had so many different parts of you being producing and being in it and everything else. What's it like then to see your film on the big screen and at NewFilmmakers LA in front of an audience? What was that experience like for you?
It's always kind of a surreal experience because it's this thing that you've lived with for so long and you've worked on this piece and you know it by heart, and just to kind of see it come to fruition and just on the screen, it's kind of a surreal experience. One of the most emotional experiences for me was kind of seeing my production company's logo just on the screen, because I worked so hard to make it and then to make the film that it just, it was overwhelming, but in the best way.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was a great reaction from the audience as well, and it was, and many people last night were speaking about your film, so that's always a good sign. What's next for you?
Sure, I have so many things in progress right now. I'm actually going to be filming another short film in which I've am the writer, producer, lead actor in as well, called Truth Incorporated. It follows a group of rebels as they try to report the news truthfully under a totalitarian regime while harboring dark secrets of their own.
The best synopsis in the world. That was great. We have to see it. No, thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's also great as well, not only are you obviously a very talented filmmaker, but also you're a great advocate through your filmmaking to support people, and particularly young women. I think it's wonderful. In your experience and everything you've had in your filmmaking career thus far, is there a piece of advice you'd give to anyone out there? Maybe the young girl generations out there would love to follow in your footsteps. What piece of advice would you give?
Sure. I would say don't let anything detour you. There have been so many people in my life who have told me, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I would say follow your calling, and be ambitious, because just there's been so many times, especially in my high school career, where it's kind of been frowned upon for women to be ambitious, and to want things and to kind of go for them head on. And we're supposed to be this ideal woman. But I would say keep those ambitions. If you want to be an engineer, go ahead, go out there, be an engineer, study, be the best you can be in that subject, and kick ass, take names.
Kick ass, there you go. Yeah, definitely. No, that's true. No, thank you so much, Carlotta. Thank you for your wonderful work, and we're looking forward to seeing many more of your projects, so thank you.
Absolutely. If I may, I just want to thank the cast and crew who made this film possible, because it does take a village again, especially our wardrobe stylist, Julie Michael. She was very very instrumental in creating kind of the look of the piece.
Beautiful.
And I just want to make sure that I thank her as well.
And you stick with the great people and you just keep making projects together, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got a great team. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Butterflies, everybody.